Welcome to Is450. I'm Professor Fahmi Jalani. Today we'll be covering both Chapter 15 and 16 for making the case for IT. So let's begin. Overview, we will understand cars are human. Also understand the shifting mindset on IT. Pretty much legacy mindset to business value mindset. IT business value and making the case for IT. These are business value justification with accounts and metrics. In Carr's argument, mentioned about premises, commoditization. Essentially, IT is ubiquitous, not scarce. As for infrastructure, IT is to share. Okay? The internet is accelerating the rate of commoditization of new IT application. Recommendation mention about followers. Spend as little as possible on IT. I think that's very common. Follow the leaders. What is the trend that companies are practicing? Managing IT risk, in terms of security, server backups. Okay. Counter argument, IT potential versus application. We take a look on demand approach, real-time modular production, IT infrastructure and application. For example, infrastructure and data focus on efficient and sharing of IT infrastructure and data. Modular production, which is IT department. Application and information focus on effective innovation of products, markets by user, support, sense and respond in terms of user. In terms of value, company needs to have a mindset change and metrics, accounts and basically motivation and incentive for value generation, justification of IT investment. Creating shared value for all stakeholders. IT as infrastructure, information and reproduction is basically cheap. Take note of new technologies in terms of wireless, information follow users, big data trends and structure, cloud computing, board sharing, data, smart connected product, shifting effort to product from human and others. Information is a strange product. This is basically according to Birchler and Butler, Chapino and Varian. Okay. As we move on to the mindset, technically there's two, legacy mindset and IT business value mindset. Since we take a look at legacy mindset, in terms of IT management, dedicated services, budget, expenses, IT infrastructure, mainframe, centralized intelligence, data, investment with project by project, IT benefit, cost saving, IT business value mindset. In terms of IT management, we have shared services, infrastructure, application, IT infrastructure, network IT, shared intelligence, digitization of voice, video, graphic, and data investment, build as business capabilities, IT benefit, cost saving plus revenue growth, asset efficiency and sustainable advantages. So evolution from project by project approach to shared infrastructure approach, database and application independent, they are efficient and effective. So take a look at the IT used to drive cost saving. How does it cost? We see non-revenue generating processes, payroll, HR, ERP in accounting and finance, streamlined and integrated matrices, productivity, cycle time, improve non-revenue generating processes, decrease the cost of current operation. IT to be used as drive revenue growth. Here we have revenue generating processes. First point, talk about streamlining and improving processes such as new product launch, customer relationship. Second point, talk about improving business intelligence for employees. So employees are well informed of the system or processes in the company. Existing product or services, embedded IT, electronic pacemaker, patient data collection, for example, launch of new IT based product and services and offering, significant value, for example, Nike ID online. Okay. Those of you are using Nike product, Nike, right? So in terms of matrices, product development, cycle time, the effectiveness of product, cost, market shares, and increased sale. Next, we take a look at drive asset efficiency in terms of IT. IT infrastructure, application, and people. More revenue or write-off underperforming asset. This is basically to create shared services, a self-service portal, and center of excellence. In terms of outsource, build a modular, flexible, open source IT infrastructure, attract, develop, and retain top IT talent. This will decrease the cost, time, and effort in creating value-creating IT application development, deployment, and operation. Also to develop best in class security and risk management. Let's take a look at an example in terms of IBM or decade of cost transformation. In terms of cost saving in the 90s, it became profitable in the second quarter, 6 billion profit. 91 to 93 lost 16 billion. And I see a new CEO, Lau Gangster, hired Jerry York, CFO, benchmarking cost against competition. There was a need to cut 7 billion, and IT is the main contributor out of dated IT, technically those legacy system. And with 2 billion per year, okay, the data center, they had 155 center to 3 mega center fed by 11 server farm, 60% reduction in headcount, 128 CIOs, is one. 31 network were converted into single global internet standard network. Modular system development, reduced duplication and complexity. Internet application decreased from 16,000 to 5,200. Okay. In terms of re-engineering, in finance, ERP, payroll, HR, procurement, streamline IT enterprise processes, selective outsourcing, HR, physical warehouse, inventory management, financial centers, 67 to 68%, and on application form, 145 to 55, managed to cut costs by 1 billion per year. Next, take a look at drive profitable revenue growth capabilities. Basically, there was new improvement in new product development process, reduced cost to 50%, 1.6 billion per year, actionable information and business analysis, increased consulting revenue, and reduced e-learning costs. In terms of asset efficiency, save over 50% of IT operation by centralizing and reducing the number of data center, network and professional, centralized IT outsourced to IBM Global Services, and IGS selling service to Procter & Gamble for 400 million to 10 years, in 10 years. And last but not least, to create a sustainable advantage, BTO, business transform outsourcing, IBM consulting, and outsourcing service product, centralized IT to IBM Global Services asset efficiency, IBM Global Services offer BTO new revenue. This again managed to create good opportunity to pursue. And having said that, the timing of the project has to be perfect. And also a stakeholder has to be involved too. In this case, a shareholder, for example. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for chapter 15 and 16. If you have any question, please feel free to email me or drop by an appointment to my office. Stay safe and bye-bye.